Hey everyone, welcome to How Ines Rolls. It's pretty early right now. It's like 7:30. I have a class to teach and then I am out the door to Winco. I have about $100 and I want to do some stocking up. So we're gonna be doing some stocking up today and that's gonna be great. So I would like for you to come with me and see what I get. Let's go. Love my apples, and as you can see, they're really good prices here for the apples. So Winco also has where you can do some good stocking up. So we have beans and rice and oats, and let's see the prices. That's not bad. It's a dangerous place to come to the grocery store when you're starting to feel a little bit ready for some food. It might have affected my budget. Okay, we are ready to unpack. Oh my goodness, the high today is supposed to be 115, and so that's why I went as early as I could. It was still over 100, probably pushing 103, 104. But you know, this is the price for living in the desert, right? It's gonna be hot for a few months and then it's gonna be beautiful the rest of the year. So maybe even a little chilly during the winter, but not snow. All right, you guys, so I have here paper bags. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I use paper bags when I can because I use them for recyclables. So I have like the little, I'll put like an empty bag over here on the side, and then we all just put anything that can be recycled. And so nearly every day we can take out a bag full of recyclables out to our recycle canister that's outside. So it's just perfect that way. So I love that Winco has this. So I spent today $127, but 7 of those dollars really wasn't food items. In fact, I bought a sauce for somebody and I bought a concealer, a makeup concealer. So it was more like $120. My budget was $100. So going through that freezer section kind of threw me off a little bit, but only about 20 bucks. That's not too bad. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, first off, I wanted to show things that needed to go into the refrigerator or the freezer ASAP. So I picked up these chicken egg rolls. These are a favorite with a couple of my sons. And I even think that the sauce, which is only like a sweet chili sauce, is so good. And they're not very big. These are the bigger ones. These are the 8, but they do have mini ones that are like this big. So these ones are about, good, regular egg roll size. So this was $6. So, okay, that's not bad for a meal. And I picked up some taquitos. These are my sons who have been gluten-free will eat. I don't know if it's completely gluten-free because I'm not sure exactly the mixture. I'm sure in the ingredients it'll say, well, it doesn't say anything on there that I would be opposed to. So that's good. So this was a little over $5 and this is perfect for a meal. And if you want to make it even more special, after you cook it, sprinkle it with some cheese and put it back in to get a little more cheesy, and then bring it out, top it with your favorite toppings, lettuce, tomato, olives if you love the olives, and sour cream dollops, if that's what you're into. It makes it a much heartier meal for sure. All right, I love this Mexican cheese. This is ranchero fresco. Queso fresco, which is so good. I just like to cut it into wedges. I just like to eat them by themselves, but my favorite way is in a corn tortilla. I'll have like a couple of them and it is perfect for breakfast, perfect for lunch, whatever, a snack. It's upside down, but it is so good. And it's a little over $2, not quite $3. I think it was like $2.70 something. So it is really, really good. I picked up a couple of these freezer hash browns. My favorite is the Southern style. I tend to use this kind even when I'm making my cheesy potatoes. They're also called funeral potatoes. So these are so good. We'll have breakfast for dinner for sure. And it's a little under $2, like $1.78, I believe. All right, Jonas asked me for some turkey, so I got a smaller pack. We still have a couple more weeks till school starts. So I have been making a lot of baguette breads, and they're about, maybe 12-inch. So and I cut them in half just to put them in the freezer, makes it easier. But that half of one, Jonas said, I think I want to start making some turkey sandwiches. And I'm like, okay, do you want to put what do you want to put on it? And thinking it would be plain like what his dad would eat and his other brothers. He's like, lettuce, tomato, and cucumber. I'm like, who are you? I guess I should be grateful that he went to camp, because he went to Subway a few times and really enjoyed it. So I did ask if he wanted mayo on that. He said, oh, good one, Mom. Funny. They don't like mayo here. He's over there laughing at me. All right, I picked up some egg roll wrappers. Now these are the ones you can find. I find these in the vegetable area. There's like in a little Asian area over there. They also have like the wonton ones, which are just pretty much like a quarter size. I make my own Tex-Mex egg rolls, and they are so good. So I thought I'd get those for the family, for the boys, and I know they will love it. And I also know what to put it on the side. You'll see. And then I was inspired. I've never bought these. Well, I have bought these before a long time ago. But these puff pastry sheets, I was inspired. I follow Lizzie on the Food Nanny, which I bought a lot of kamut flour, but they're having not the best year with their crops. So sometimes it's harder to get it. And plus, it's just not, we would go through so much of it, and it's not very cheap. So it is what it is. I might pick up some more very soon, just when we're making special recipes for Paul, not just to make bread or anything like that. So this was on her Instagram with her sister, and she basically cut it into fours and sprinkled dark chocolate chips, folded it over, used her fork to press the corners, egg washed it, sprinkled with sugar, and baked as directed. And right up my alley. Like, one of my favorite donuts at the local donut place is called the chocolate chip roll. It's basically melted chocolate chips inside of a donut. So I thought I'd try it. I'll let you know what I think. I don't see why it would be wrong. This makes sense, right? This sounds good. So that's gonna all go in the fridge or the freezer. I bought some diet root beer. Ezra asked for it, and it was not as expensive as the last time. It was $2.98, so I don't know if it was running a sale or if they're just correcting some of those. It was like, I want to say closer to $4 the last time I bought it. So that's why I like buying the Shasta for Ezra. He loves it. So that was $3. I also picked up a couple of these bleaches. I need them for upstairs for cleaning. I do like to use it for the toilets. And so I got the lavender scent. And then I picked up this is my actually favorite scent of the Arm & Hammer, the Sensitive Skin. It has a really fresh scent that isn't so harsh. It's more subtle. And it was like on sale for $6. So you can see it's got the double, like it's got the more ounces to it. So I really like that. Now I already have a big one from the Sam's Club, I believe I got it from, or Costco. And that's like a different scent. That one tends to be a little bit stronger, and I don't mind it because the price for it is such a good deal that I like to have those on hand as well. But that one really is my favorite. So let's keep going. All right, now I'm gonna show you the things that I bought to stock up with. So let me know down below if you've been putting a couple extra dollars aside to get some things to stock up the pantries. So I don't want to be the person who is like the warning, the doom and gloom, but you can kind of see that the prices are increasing. Things that will probably be on the less expensive sides, like rice and some pastas and canned foods, are going to be the things that are going to be probably bought first. And a lot of times when people are making decisions on what they need for their families or for themselves. So just kind of plan ahead. I love being able to tell people that, have a working pantry, rotate things out. And even if you are not using it right away, you could always donate it to a food bank or to a neighbor who is needing something. Or if you're just trying to help, you can make what are they called? The love bags, or the little sacks that you can give to like a homeless shelter, in which can help take care of a family in need as well. So I always say that I do best when donating food when my pantry is stocked. So although right now with the prices, we are just kind of planning. So I highly suggest, I like to tell my dad that, you know, get a month's worth. If you got a month, do 3 months worth, you know, and then just kind of work up from there. So let me just show you what I got this time. So I picked up a bag of flour and a bag of sugar. So these together were like $5. And back in the day, right? Back in the day, like a year ago, it would have been in the dollar ranges. So for each of these, yeah. So things are on the rise for sure. So every time I want to go, I want to be able to pick up one of these things, only because I do bake a lot of bread for sandwiches and things like that. So I even told the boys that I probably will be making baguettes for the future when I can't buy Grandma's sycamore. So something to keep in mind. I did buy this for Paul, this gluten-free cinnamon swirl. It is so good, and it's just like a coffee cake. You can't even tell, right? Like that it's gluten-free. He really likes it. And so these are this was close to $4. So it's definitely a splurge. I picked up 5 of these. We were needing them because we've been using them a lot. So the yellow rice is gluten-free. These are a little over $1. Maybe it was like $1, maybe $7, $8. I picked up 5 of them. So, and these are gluten-free, and they have a really good taste. It actually goes with the recipe that I make in a crock pot with chicken and corn and cheese and this rice and cream of chicken soup. Super easy to make too. I picked up a few of the Pregos. This is our favorite. I have been trying some different sauces, just trying to make some just very easily with olive oil and seasonings, and it's really good too. So this is just a good go-to to have. I have 3 of them. I bought 3. They were about $2 each. So we wanted to make sure we had our back pantry stocked, where I've taken a few. I picked up a soy sauce just to keep on hand. I do have a sensitivity, you guys, from my blood test that I had measured to soy, but I just love this sauce so much. So I know the coconut aminos, and I've had it before, and I just need to go to Walmart and pick it up. So that way it'll just be in our pantry as well. Picked up some Hunt's ketchup. I am not a huge fan of the Heinz. I think it's really, really sweet. And unless we're out and about and the restaurant has it, then I'm not gonna say anything, of course. But for personal preference, I do like the Hunt's ones better. I did pick up just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. This was only a few dollars, which thank goodness, right? Because it can be pretty pricey. But the only thing I don't love is that it's in plastic. So, but the other ones, like I got also some vegetable oil, and you know, it's okay. I just know that things in plastic, you know, can leach plastic into your food. So I just want to be extra careful. So, but this is fine. I will use it pretty quick. I also picked up some garlic, some minced garlic. So I'm going to put that in the pantry because we still have some in the fridge, and I even have some in the freezer. Like, I love it. At Trader Joe's, they sell them in the little cubes. I love popping those out for the stir fry. It's amazing. So I'm just gonna keep this on hand because we do go through a lot, but I don't wanna buy a big one because I don't want it opened in case I can't get through it fast enough. So these smaller ones are perfect. I picked up 2 of the 5-pound bags of rice. We do go through quite a bit of rice, especially when we're making lots of Asian cuisine. So these are both together. I got 2, it was like $5, maybe $5.20. But the 10-pound bag was close to $6. So I'm like, if you're doing your math, it doesn't seem like that should be more expensive. But anyways, so I buy 2 of them. A couple of things I also bought were the 2 chocolate chips. These are $1.88, so that's a really good price for chocolate chips. And I am buying the milk chocolate chips because I have plenty of the dark chocolate ones ready to go for chocolate chip cookie recipes. So these ones are perfect because I do make a lot of pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, and whenever I'm making I'm making some pancakes or waffles, I will add a few of them into the batter. We were out of snack baggies. We go through lots. And I asked Ezra if he would help me with conserving them because I usually just fill them up with their goldfish, is just to put it back into the drawer where the goldfish are, and then I could just refill them. So it's just our family. And I did buy a few of the Girl Scout cookie dupes. Now, this one is the marshmallow fudge. There's not very many in here. I want to say like 12, maybe 12 cookies in here. Those ones will most likely be for me because no, I don't know if everybody loves marshmallow here. Maybe I planned that. The mint ones, and then the coconut caramel fudge, which these are just like the Samoas or the coconut delights, and of course the thin mints, and they are delicious. All of these were under $1.50 each. And let's keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it right now. Okay, this finishes up my haul for today. I picked up Ezra and whoever some of this Cheesecake Factory sliced bread. Did you hear me, Ezzy? Are you smiling?
Yes.
Do you love this bread?
Yes.
He loves this bread. So I'll probably put like maybe half of it into the freezer just because we have some wheat bread out right now. And then he could just enjoy it whenever. That was a little splurge. That was like a little over $3. So I picked up a couple of these cans. These are for a dessert that I'm going to do. So I have some yellow cake mix in my back pantry. So I have some yellow cake mix in the back pantry so that I need to use up. So using these two in a 9x13 pan, I'm gonna sprinkle the cake mix on top and use a stick of butter, cut it into small pieces on top. Bake it at about like 350 for about 45 minutes or so. You can look online for some easy recipes for that. But basically that's about it. And it's gonna make a really yummy peach cobbler. And if you wanna make it a la mode, I don't blame you. So that's something really easy to make. So these cans were about $2 each. And then if you think about a cake mix being about $1 each, boom, like $5, and you can make a dessert for everybody in, for a family event or something. All right, so I picked up 6 of these tomato sauces. I use one of these cans every time I make my Spanish rice or arroz con pollo, and so it's perfect. I love this size. I also get some bigger ones if I'm making like a fettuccine alfredo creamy sauce, which is super good. I picked up a few of the pinto beans. These are primarily for me. The boys are not huge fans of it, neither is Paul, but I feel that these pinto beans to me taste better than having a refried bean. I just don't love a refried bean taste in the can. So what I end up doing is adding just a tiny little bit of oil, some seasonings, and smashing them myself. And of course, after they're drained, and just go from there. And then sometimes I just leave them as whole. Let me know down below if you love some pinto beans or some refried beans, or you don't like beans. You can let me know that too. I picked up some top ramen. So we have a lot of this now. So this will last over a year. And we still have like maybe another pack and a half in the pantry. So what I was saying about my Tex-Mex egg rolls, I will cook up like 4 packages of these for me and the boys because we could each all eat about 1, maybe 3 packages, and have that as a side with our Tex-Mex egg rolls. It is so good. And a lot of times I have even made, if you look up Kylie Jenner's version of making top ramen, it is very, very delectable. I mean, it's like, it has the butter in it and garlic seasoning. It's so good. And so that's a fun way to try it, just for fun. I don't do that all the time, but I think it's also really good to just put in some already cooked chicken, add your favorite veggies, maybe even add in some egg and just let it cook in the water. It is so good. And so I don't primarily have the kids have all of the broth, which has a lot of the sodium. So we just kind of put a little bit in it. And if you're Ezra likes it with ice cubes because it's so hot. And then I just add a little bit of broth just to kind of coat the noodles with that. So there's ways to, not have to have all of the ingredients that are not the best for our health, right? I picked up a couple more of these pancake mix. This is such a good one. My oldest son was here visiting, and I made him some pancakes, and of course I add a few chocolate chips. If I do that, a couple of my kids won't even put syrup on it. So that's kind of a good thing too. So, but my oldest son said, these are so fluffy. Which is the brand? And I'm like, oh, Winco generic. It was $1. It's $1.78, I believe, for each box. And I usually cook up a whole box, whether it's pancakes or waffles, and then I put them and store them into the freezer, and then the kids can just have a couple every day for breakfast, maybe 3, depending on how old they are. All right, I picked up some avocados. I'll put those in a paper bag to get them to ripen, and have them with some tortillas or just I guess on some toast. That's always a good one. And I picked up some smaller Roma tomatoes. So these ones are gonna be perfect for the baguettes, the perfect size. And the last thing I picked up were some Cosmic Crisp apples. These ones are our favorite. They're a lot like the Honey Crisp apples, but Honey Crisp apples can be a little tart sometimes, and this is all sweet, and it still is crisp like the Honey Crisp. And they're not as expensive. This was $1.27 a pound, where Honey Crisp can easily be $3+ a pound. So I feel like it's like a little hidden secret. So save me some at the store, okay, please? So that is what I did. This is going to take care of our family and stock up our pantry for the next week and a half or so. And these other things that are being stocked up can be in my pantry for about a year. I'm just rotating them out and just being wise. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite pantry staples that you have to stock up on. I'm so curious. I'm going to also add a couple of recipes in the description box below of some of the recipes I've been talking about today. So have a wonderful day, rollers. Stick around. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next. Bye, everyone.